Morning, my name is Mark Brunn. I'm the Operational Battalion Chief with Ponderosa Fire Center. About early April, we were fortunate enough to find a home. Chief Blake and I will go a little bit of the history of where we've been on this journey. Fortunately for us, that this facility came open, and we got a phone call from our counterpart Battalion Chief Cal Richards. Says, "Yeah, I know you guys are looking for a home, and I think Escapon might open up." And for many of us that have worked for CAL FIRE and worked here, particularly in Cameron Park, we've spent a lot of time at this facility working out the engine and the medic unit. I think there have been personal stories as we were moving in by about every one of us that, oh, I remember this room in particular or that room in particular from medical calls and so forth. So we kind of have a fond history and background with this facility. And now we are moved in, and we now have it as our Ponderosa Fire Center. So from that, I'd like to talk a little bit about what the Fire Center is. Our Fire Center houses firefighter ones, or seasonal firefighters that make up these crews. Our crews have been Department of Corrections, and we find that the number of those crews over time, the department has pivoted to the point in which we've stood up since 2020 firefighter crews. In this unit, the first firefighter crew started in 2020. And since then, the program has increased. And now the program here, starting January, we have 120 firefighters, 20 company officers, 2 battalion chiefs and division chief, and then a number of support staff for this facility. So a lot of folks here. It's one of the 4 in the state that are the 120 firefighter centers, and we are very fortunate to have that here in Amarillo, Colorado. So to demonstrate basically what our crews do, and just to give you a little bit of show about how a crew deploys, when a crew rolls up onto a fire, they do what's called a tool out. And so crews 1 and 4 are going to be demonstrating for you a tool out of a fire crew.
Out safe.
I'd now like to introduce our unit chief, Mike Blankenheim.
All right, good morning, everybody, and thanks for taking a little bit of time to come out this morning. So, this is a new thing for me. I came up in this organization as a firefighter, so standing here hosting ribbon cuttings with Chamber of Commerce and that kind of thing is kind of a unique experience for me. So, I'll be quick with a couple of the remarks here. So Mark kind of touched on it there about a little bit of the history of the CAL FIRE crew program. So, in CAL FIRE, back in the day, CDF, that the hand crew has been the backbone of our wildland firefighting mission, meaning that we've got bulldozers and airplanes and fire engines and all these kind of things out there that are just phenomenal in the fight against wildland fires. But at the end of the day, what actually gets the work done is the men and women on the ground with the hand tools in the dirt, putting the fires out. And that's what the CAL FIRE hand crew program is. We've had a hand crew program for probably 75 years in this department, and traditionally it's always been through partnership with the California Department of Corrections. And for, like I said, 70 years, that program sustained our wildland fighting ground troops. A few years ago, there were some changes in laws and some of those kind of things, and we had some real challenges with that program. And CAL FIRE does what CAL FIRE does, is we took that as a challenge, and we started looking at a bunch of different ways to meet the need for the hand crew program. And we partnered with the Triple Cs for crew members to be on hand crews. We partnered with the National Guard for the military department to provide members for hand crews. And then we have this. one of the things this department's talked about for a long time is professional hand crews in our department. And 6 or 7 years ago, we finally pulled the trigger on that, and we're doing it to this day. What CAL FIRE can control, what we do with it, we built operational policies and procedures and staffing models and all those kind of things. All that turned out extremely well. And this program is proving its worth in our department operationally beyond what I ever expected it would be. One of the big challenges, though, that we have, we're a state agency, and what we needed to do as a department was pivot very quickly and really grow some infrastructure for these new resources to be housed in. And the state of California is just not designed that way to be very nimble in some of those kind of things. So we've been trying to find a permanent home for this program for us for 5 or 6 years right now. And when you go inside here in a few minutes and do the tour afterwards, you're going to see the different wings there as kind of an homage to the trials we've gone through over the past couple of years. We've got a River Pines wing and a Greenwood ring and an Ione wing and all those kind of things. What those are is those are places that we've been in the past 5 or 6 years for a year or two, trying to find a more permanent home for our firefighting crew program here. So it's been a challenge for us. This is, I think, our 5th or 6th venue that we've actually lived in. And I cannot tell you how happy I am that we landed here in Cameron Park in this building here. The property here, the building itself, more than meets the needs of the crew program. And it kind of came through a stroke of luck. The Eschaton, for all their reasons, was going to relocate their business out of here and somewhere else. And they let us know as the Cameron Park Fire Department they were going to be moving out of here. Cameron Park Fire Department is also CAL FIRE. We're one and the same, and we recognize the opportunity that if this building is going to come open for us, maybe we want to take advantage of that and see if there's something we can do with the crew program here. And fast forward through the work over the last 4 or 5 months, and here we are today, ready to go out of the building here. So strategically for us, it's right in the middle of El Dorado County. It's right next to the freeway systems. It gets us anywhere in the county, anywhere in the couple counties that we're responsible for protecting. And these resources truly are regional and statewide resources too. So up and down the state and that kind of thing. And it gives a great spot too for when our crews are out fighting fire somewhere else. When the crews come in to cover our unit, they've got a phenomenal place to stay here too. So I'll stop there. I just want to recognize one more time that the partnership that we've had here with the Eschaton Corporation to get this facility up to, get it into shape where it's going to meet our needs and get through all the business transactions and those kind of things. The partnership that we developed with Eschaton through that process is absolutely fantastic. And what we have here right now would not be possible without the work that they've done and with us on this. They recognize the need and they put forth as much effort as we did, if not more, to make all this happen and make this day possible for us here today. So I'll stop there and give it back to Chief Runner.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sherry Piper, President and CEO of Eschaton, and as you heard this morning, we could not be more excited about the CAL FIRE Ponderosa Fire Center opening and housing these amazing people. As many of you know, Eschaton is in its 56th year as a nonprofit, community-based organization. We have communities all over Northern California, from affordable senior housing all the way through residential living and home-based care. We certainly agree that it was very serendipitous that this relationship spawned so quickly. We knew that our Eschaton Assisted Living in Cameron Park, it was a very small, boutique, niche assisted living community, and we learned, of course, that the markets change, and we were no longer really able to provide that type of support here in this building. And so we were looking for a partner to bring something special forward. And you can see today that occurred. And so, again, Eschaton could not be more delighted about this partnership as a community-based organization. We want to see this flourish. We also want to say a very special thank you for the many, many years. We've owned it since 1999. And before that, it was the Arnold Palmer Golf Academy. So it has had different forays in housing. And so right now, we are excited to see this launch, and as a community effort, let's see it flourish. So thank you.
There's a lot of moving parts when you deal with the state of California bureaucracy to simply do a lease. Easier said than done. There's a lot of layers, a lot of hard work that gets put into it, a lot of hours on everybody's end, but it really takes a special group of folks within our agency to make these and pull these things off. So I'd like to recognize one of the individuals as part of that team that brought this thing together. And when you're talking that in time in the way of state bureaucracy, this was beyond lightning fast that these individuals made it occur. So I'd like to recognize Bill Walker.
Good morning, I'm Peter Weimers. I'm the Administrative Battalion Chief here at the Ponderosa Fire Center. One of my main functions is the support of all our firefighters here and company officers, as well as within the unit. Mr. Walker here has been instrumental in us, not only him, but also his whole staff, and also his ability to work with other state agencies, the Department of General Services, to get us this facility. Bill, we'd like to give you a small token of our appreciation. We have our unit challenge going. We do not give these out lightly. These are things of appreciation we have. Sir, we just want to say thank you very much for all your hard work that you do.
So the next, I'd like to bring in who made this possible is from the Cameron Park, Shingle Springs Chamber of Commerce, and we'll commence with the rest of the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Thank you. Wow, what a great turnout. I'm Angela Honorapp. I'm the Vice President of the Shingle Springs Cameron Park Chamber, and we are just so thrilled to see all of you here, but just thrilled to have this awesome thing in our community. From what I've understand about it, it's just desperately needed, and it's going to be a great partnership with the community and with the chamber and everything, so we're just excited to have you here. One of the smartest things you guys can do is join the chamber, which is great, and we love CAL FIRE. They've done so much for the community and so much for all of us, so we're just glad to have you here. So, all right, if you guys are, we do have a couple of dignitaries. We have George Cummies and
I want to thank everybody for being here today. This is a great thing. CAL FIRE, I just got to say, I can't thank you enough for being here in our county and all the hard work you have done through the years, and especially with the three major fires that we had, the King Fire, the Caldor Fire, and the Mosquito Fire. So thank you for that, for all your hard work and risk in putting your life in harm's way. So I want to thank you for that. One of the things I got to admit, Dusty took me down on a tour in McClellan Air Force Base to see the new C-130s. They're going to be put in service pretty soon. One of those planes can jump approximately 7 times more retardant than the plane they have today, the smaller plane. So it's going to be a great thing for us, especially when it comes to putting out fires, and that's what we need to do. My number one priority is public safety. Public safety is a priority, especially for El Dorado County. But I also want to thank all the other firefighters that are here today that represent other different districts too. So I want to thank you for that. So here's a certificate of recognition awarded to the CAL FIRE El Dorado unit on this day, the 24th day of June, 2024, for bringing the Ponderosa Fire Center to our community to ensure greater public safety. I want to thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So I was driving down from Tahoe this morning. I was up there with my family, and as I was driving down 50, I started to kind of get into where the destruction from the previous fires, and it made me sad. And but then I started to think about how much worse it could have been. And I started thinking about that as I'm driving here to celebrate a facility like this. And it's because of these men and women here that it wasn't as worse as it could have been. And so it just brings back the importance of a facility like this to have that response time, because obviously response time is the most important thing to save lives and buildings. So this facility here obviously is not just a building, okay? It houses many men and women who are here timeless hours. Their bravery when they're out in the field. So thank you so much for what you guys do. Public safety is very important. It's very important to the assemblymen. It's very important to everyone out here. Obviously, you can see the attendance here. So thank you. And on behalf of the assemblymen, I'd like to present to you a certificate of recognition to the Ponderosa Fire Center, CAL FIRE El Dorado Amateur Unit. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Thank you.
There were a bunch of people.
Let's get you in the AC. Oh, there's one of our units here as well. Or if you want,
So there's a special
lemonade or iced tea.
for your partnership on this and making this possible.
What do you
That's why they all have that.
Yes.
Those are all the same down there? You're looking for somebody in particular?
Yeah. That's all right.
Who is it?
Cold shoe.
Stuff in?
Gosh.
They flip flop or stay the same? It's just, there's only one cap, like, look just like this one. So that's why, once you go down that way.
Yep.
We're self-walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to see like where we live, Eric's are right there to the right. So that's
Oh, okay.
that's our rooms. These are like chief's firefighter office,
Oh, okay.
engineer's office.
Eric here?